more. When things get crazy, you have to prioritize. And that's really about it. But like I've always said, this is why I stream. I stream to help people. I love my show, and nothing's ever going to change that. So, that being said, guys, there's a few rules. We have to watch our mouths. I have a 0 bully tolerance. If you're going to be negative or rude, depending on like my people know, right? Oh, hello. I miss you guys too so much. I do. But you gotta be respectful. I won't tolerate it. I just don't. There's just absolutely 0 room for it in my aura. Like, this is a safe space. This is where we come to help people, not put people down. So if that's your cup of tea, hit the X, move on. I don't know. I don't care. But we're not here for that. You guys have to remember, and here's my little lesson to some of you who are newer to me, and there's a lot of things I say a lot, and this is one of them. Hurt people try to hurt people. Happy people don't need to hurt people. Now, don't get me wrong. I will treat you accordingly, but I will never go after somebody who is not already come at me, right? But the thing is I will throw truths. I don't make stuff up. I don't have to do that. But, you know, I don't feel the need to have to go around and bully people. I think that it's immature. I think it shows who you are, not who the person you're bullying is. When you're the bully, it shows us who you really are. And when we see that side of you, we all go, ew. Ew. So, if you don't want to be ew, be nice. You're going to make... Okay, hold on. Wait, are you guys ready? Hold on. Come here. I have a secret. Shh, come here. If you're nice to people, you'll actually make more friends. Shh, don't. Shh. I know it's a really hard concept to understand and to grasp, guys, but be kind. Be kind, please. Anyways... as a featured show host, we're not supposed to acknowledge favorites or gifts, so you'll kind of see me going like this a lot, and that's like my little thank you or a wink. Not that I'm a good winker, I think I look silly, but we are actually not. So like, even if Joe sent something and it hit a dragon, I'm supposed to pretend like I didn't just see that happen in front of me. And I'm not usually very successful. We already learned that within the first 30 seconds, I think, of this show, right? So, but I have gotten better at least doing the hard hands. And another thing, guys, when I have my guests in the box, and for this 1 hour a week, 10 to 11 every Friday, I can't really interact with you guys one-on-one in the comments. Again, like I said, this is a featured show, so my attention is for my guests. It's kind of like think of us as like a podcast. Like, yes, we want you to comment. Yes, we want you to interact, but I'm not going to be able to, nor can the guests respond to everything. And I, after 2 shows ago, I had gotten a message on my IG, you know, like, you were ignoring me. That was so rude. I'll never be back to your show. And I had to explain to them, but of course they had blocked me. So like, I want to make sure that people understand. I want to make sure that you guys understand we cannot interact with everything one-on-one. Oh God, but you guys gotta understand, I don't like when people are mad at me. It drives me nuts. So this has been like, you know, a couple weeks of just stirring, you know. And so if you're watching on a separate account, that's the truth reality of this one. Any other hour of the week, you will all get my attention. All right, I promise. I do like to interact. I do like to make new friends. That's kind of the point of this app, right? So, Q and Q. And then, which one of you two gentlemen want to go first or last? So, Q and Q, guys, answer it. You must know where to find yourself. Where do you feel most like yourself? When I'm out in nature, or when I'm doing mom stuff or helping grandma, I feel best when I'm able to help someone. This 1 hour a week, like on a cruise, nice. Yeah. Okay. So if we're going more for that, then yes. But to be honest, cruise lover, I have never been on a cruise. there's a lesson. That's on my bucket list. Is to actually get on a cruise. I've never been, and I love the ocean, so I don't really understand why I've never done that. So you must know where to find yourself. Where do you most feel like yourself? But if I had to pick, and I could only be at one place for the rest of my life, I think that as long as I can take my daughter and the dog, I would want to be with wherever my most immediate family is, you know? I mean, I think that with my family I'd pick, you know, we've got the gardeners, we've got the construction workers, we've got the good cooks, we've got cleaners. So, like, you know, lessons learned, hang out with a group of the hotties or go with the people you can survive with. I'm going with the people that I could survive with. All right, neither one of you said you wanted to go first. Bob, Demi, hello. Bob did? All right. I missed it. I scrolled up and everything. All right, Bob, here we go.
I swear I'm not going to cuss, and you got me ready to cuss already. Jeez, I did say I'd go first.
Oh, my God.
How are you, boss with no white hair?
Right? You kind of match. It's almost, you know. I think that's more like my natural hair color, is the color your hair is right now.
Oh, so I'm guessing this is the part where I tell everybody about myself. And
well, we do the about yourself at the end. This is the part where I first say thank you for being back on my show. I appreciate you. And then I say, so Bob, what are we going to talk about today?
You know, really, to be honest, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but you know, a couple nights ago, I know a lot of y'all follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and y'all seen the video where I had somebody come into my live and kind of pretty much told me that they really appreciated me and that I kind of saved their life. You know, that they come on this app and they come on here looking for chasing some kitty, you know, but he found me instead, and he jumped in my box. He didn't know who I was from Adam and Eve. I didn't know who he was from Adam and Eve. But, you know, that's one of the biggest things with SBG, and I try to hold everybody accountable to that on all aspects and all levels. You know, we treat everybody with respect until they give us reason not to respect them. Just because somebody's looks or somebody's appearance, like you can't judge a book by its cover. We all have a story. We like y'all may know me, but you don't know my story. Y'all might know Lily from seeing her on the stream, but y'all don't know her story. Wes, misunderstood, mischievous. Like, we all go through our demons. We all have our bad days. And if it wasn't for people like me that are just here and always put our stuff to the side and put everybody else first, like that's just who I am. You know, I put my own demons to the back every day to make sure I uplift everybody else, because that's what makes me happy. Even when I'm in my worst days, like, to know that I can change somebody else's life just by being there, just by taking a couple minutes and listening to their thoughts. Like, it really means a lot. And
hold on, but if you're not taking care of yourself, how long are you going to be able to be here for these people? Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be around very long.
Right. And
that's emotionally, physically, and in all the freaking ways. So as much as I love you because you've helped me through some of my bad days, no, Bob.
I know, and that's where I get into the lesson part. Okay, like the last week, like, no offense, like I was ready to walk away from this app. Like, I was ready to walk away, and it's my people that stopped me, because they made me understand, you know, we're family, and at the end of the day, family's here for family. You know what I'm saying? And it really touched me. You know, I mean, it helps having people in your corner. It helps having, like, you know, all these people on here like me. I'm one of the biggest people. I'd sit here and tell everybody, you know, hey, I'm happy being single, but in reality, we're not. You know, having that one person in your corner can change your life completely. having that one person that believes in you, that just knows that you can do good regardless of what you do and where you're at, like that one person can change your life. And that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a people person. I'm a rock. I'm a foundation. You know, yes, I let my walls aren't very tall when it comes to meeting people, but when it comes to like emotionally, yeah, my walls are tall and it takes a lot to break them down. But I do got good family, and I got good support, and I got people that are here that are willing to tear my wall down and build a oceanfront view. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Like, I appreciate all my family on the app. Like, they really have. They've changed my outlook, not just on the app, but on life. You know, like, I still got to take time for me. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm actually leaving this evening. I'll be up with Wes and Dizzy and Whiskey and Viking Barbie tomorrow at Family Kingdom in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, but other than that, like, it's just a lesson. It's definitely a lesson that I learned, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to talk about on here today. Like, I was kind of going to wing it, and then it hit me when somebody messaged me a while ago and told me that I do great, that I'm a people person, and that made me realize
if
what I
you
want to
ask any one of those people, they would want to make sure that you are meeting your needs and fulfilling what Stoner Bob needs. Because I'm going to tell you right now, as a previous people pleaser, be it on this app from the beginning until a certain point, because if you're with me from day one, I am not the same person as I was when I very first started streaming. I was shy and nervous, and I wanted everyone to like me. And if someone come in and said something, it literally crushed me, and I'd spend days tearing up over it. Before it was kind of like, you know, these people really, like, first of all, what they say shouldn't bother me, right? They don't know me. And what a person says or does and how they treat you is not it's a reflection of them. It's their own insecurities. So if someone's coming at you, that shows who that person. And it took me a really long time to understand that. And I finally went, well, ugh. And that
swallow that pride.
And that was when I was, because I've always been there for other people, but I've always let people get to me. I never stopped and really put the time into myself either. And one day I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. And it is nice because, you know, just, you know, a lot of the people that I've been there for, they also, like you said, they're there for you. They brought you back. They make you see things. They make you realize you're not alone.
They make you realize who your family is. And it's not all blood, y'all. Blood don't mean shit this day and time. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry, Stabby, little Stabby. I know you're in a meeting. I already dropped the wheel, okay? I dropped one just in case, just to you. I dropped one already just in case. That was my cushion. But if you remember correctly, when I came in here last time, that's kind of what I talked about last time, was the fact that, you know, I'm a people pleaser and I never put myself first. And, you know, lately in the last month, like since I was on your show last time, I kind of fell back into that same situation and started putting everybody else first and started forgetting about myself. But, you know, now though, I have to say, you know, I'm actually happy. Like on the inside, like I may sit here, y'all, and I may be in my feelings sometimes, but deep down inside, I'm happy. Like I'm happy with who I'm talking to. I'm happy with who I spend my time with. I'm happy with my family on this app. Like I'm genuinely happy, you know, and I'm working on being a better version of me every day. Like we're I don't know if you found out or not, Lily. I've actually quit drinking.
Nice.
I've had a couple slip ups, but it's like I explained to everybody, you know, I quit drinking not to become sober. I quit drinking to be able to control myself. Like I don't want to sit down and open a bottle of liquor and have to sit there and watch it until it's completely gone to feel like I'm accomplished. You know, like I want to be able to go sit down with friends and have a drink and not worry about getting drunk. Like I don't want to wake up in the morning and have to say, oh, well, let me pop this bottle real quick, get my day started so I can feel normal. And it's a challenge, and I'm getting past it every day. Every day is a challenge in life for everybody.
I will tell you, watch, my dad's got over 8 years sober, and I went through a lot where I had to, and that's why I don't drink. I really don't. Like, I'll have a couple here and there, but it took me a long time to get to that point, because I would drink to feel normal. I would drink to cover my pain, you know. But
it don't cover nothing. It just pushes it back, y'all. It pushes it back to a later date, and then you got to deal with more at one time, and it breaks you. It does. It breaks you.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of myself.
It's easier, but it never goes away. The struggle never goes away.
No, we just have to learn how to fight it. We have to learn how to deal with our demons without affecting everybody else. And I'm doing that every day. I'm working to be a better version of me every day. Like, I want to be here. I want to be here for everybody, and everybody in the chat says SBG. They all know if they need me, they know how to get a hold of me, and they know I'll sit here and I'll listen to all their concerns and tell them. You know, I don't try to guide nobody in no directions, but I try to guide people off the lessons that I've learned, because I've been through so much at my age that most people probably will never go through in their life. And I take that as a blessing. You know what I mean? Not a lesson. I take it as a blessing. I don't count my lessons. I count my blessings. Because if we count our lessons, we'll never see all our blessings, y'all.
I mean, I don't count my lessons, but I don't forget them either. So I don't know.
Exactly. You can't. But you've got to be able to learn the difference between lessons and blessings. Because if you count everything as lessons, y'all, you're not going to see the good in life, because some lessons are blessings. Every lesson happens for a reason in life, whether we choose to pay attention to them or not. Every little thing, every little detail happens for a reason. Every person comes into your life for a reason. Every person that decides to stay in your life for a reason. It don't just happen because they want to, because they're making themselves. No, they want to.
I think that a lot of people, it's kind of like that whole vibe thing too, you know. I kind of say, you know, once you're able and you find your own vibe, that's when you find your tribe. And I kind of bring that up because when you're able to be yourself, you're able to find the people who are going to accept you for yourself. And that's when you're able to, like, let the guard down, relax, you know. Yes, you can just be you. You don't have to worry about trying to upkeep, you know. Well, one of the silly things that I say all the time is you're not going to go to a library for chess club to learn football, right? And you're not going to go to a football field if you're trying to learn how to bake cakes, right?
And you're not going to go to a football field to learn how to play basketball.
Do what you want to do. So if we're willing to do it for activities, why can't we do it for our soul?
Right. And back to the football field. So, like, with looking for your soul is simply like this right here, folks. You can't take a basketball into the grass and decide to bounce it. You can't come onto this app and expect to do a bunch of lies and people ain't going to see it. They're going to watch you trying to bounce that ball and it's not going to get no height in it because it's in the grass. But when you take the truth and you put it out in the light and you bounce that basketball on concrete, everybody's going to say you're a superstar.
I mean, I can bounce a basketball in the grass.
But it's not going to be as high as I can bounce it on that concrete being real.
I mean, it depends how pissed off I am when I'm bouncing it.
Hey, never mind. I'm not going to say that. That might open up another foul.
Oh my God.
I'm on a featured show. I can't exit stage left.
No, look, it ain't easy for me.
I wanted to exit stage left right there so bad I just cut it. Oh no, I already done my one slip up. Kool-Aid, cool dude. I done my one slip up. I can't slip up again. I told y'all I'm better. I told y'all I've been working on this. By this time, I done cussed 15 times last show.
I always get so... Okay, sorry, I was getting a call and I had to ignore it, but I always get so nervous when I have to end a call because I'm so afraid that I'm gonna hit the wrong spot and close the whole. But during my featured show, I don't want to let it ring for 30 seconds because then I don't know what you're up to for that long, and I don't know if I can handle that.
Fill it in for Demigod, the one and only Stoner. You want me to fill in for you, Demi? You do not want me to fill in and tell your story. That is not a good idea. Retract that statement, Demi.
So, I don't think I asked you last time you were on the show. Just as something I do like to kind of ask people is if you could tell your 18-year-old self anything, what would it be?
Don't chase love, let love chase you. I spent my whole life chasing love, you know what I mean? If I had one thing I could tell my 18-year-old self, it'd be don't chase love, because that's how you're going to get hurt. If I had one thing, that would be what I'd tell myself at 18 is don't chase love.
Ugh. But if everybody says that, who's going to find anybody? How about just let it happen? How about just let it happen?
Right. Which is not chasing. So if you look at it, I look at it like this. So two people aren't chasing each other, and they just hang around each other, and they fall in love before I know it. Love is a connection. Like I just said this last week in my stream, y'all, and I emphasize this a lot. Love is not a word that I take lightly. If I tell somebody I love them, I generally love them. There's a lot of meaning to love. There's a lot of feeling behind love. Love is not just a word that you throw out there to make somebody happy just to see them smile. If you don't mean it, folks, don't say it. Like there's so many people out here that don't know what love is because there's so many people that just throw it around like it's a dollar bill. It's a tip. Oh, here's your tip. I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, have a good night. I love you. The 10, 15 other dudes. You know, like I don't do that's not me. Like.
I used to be like that in my younger years. Like I rushed into relationships, you know, and it's like I see some of these people now, you know, and even as grown adults on here, you know, you've been with someone for a month and you're like, I love them, they're my forever, and I'm like, bitch, bad person, bad. Like you don't even know them. It's been a month. It takes at least a year to get to know somebody for who they really are. You don't love anybody. You can't. Maybe your kids, you can love them immediately, but outside of that, I don't think it's possible, in my opinion.
I mean, I can't say that because I actually found somebody that I actually love and I actually care about. But there's a lot of past, there's a lot of history there. Like we've known each other for years, and
just meet them, and you're been like, I love them.
Right.
Like I'm not, you know, like if I was to meet you and we were.
Have you ever known somebody for years and then just like go on a date or something and it just clicked?
That's
like
how
it
I
just
lost
hit.
my best friend from elementary school.
Yeah. It happens, but sometimes it's worth that risk. If you hadn't took that risk, you'd be hating yourself all the time, asking, what if I'd have tried? What if I'd have took that one chance?
If he wasn't a drinker, we would have worked. But he lost his brother and got really heavy in the drinking. And
I look at it like this: love changes people. Love changes people's mind. It makes them change their ways. It makes them change their actions. Love is a strong word, and that's why I tell everybody, love ain't something you just throw around, you know. Because like if you love somebody, you're gonna change. You're gonna make the best benefits for both people, and you're not gonna think about just yourself. You're gonna think about both.
Both, exactly. It becomes a us instead of a me or a you. You know, when I'm with somebody, you know, even if my girlfriend's like, hey, do you want to meet for lunch? And I know you're at work, I'm gonna be like, hey, tomorrow, Whiskey called. We're gonna go grab burgers for lunch. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna ask your permission, but I'm gonna make you fully well aware of what my plans are, so you know what I'm doing, right?
And that's not called control. That's not called control. That's called respect. Like if I leave the house and I'm going to the store, hey, I'm going to the store. I'll be back home in a little bit. I got to go get cigarettes, or I got to go get drinks, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to go spend some time with my friend, or I'm going to go. Like, that's exactly, that's communication. It's respect. Okay, because first and foremost, y'all, trust is not something that's just given to nobody. We all got that overthinking in our head, regardless whether we want to admit it or we don't. Okay, Control is not. It's respect. You know, everything you do is building trust. It's building respect. You know, like loyalty isn't something that just grows on trees. You have to build loyalty. Loyalty is earned over time. And a lot of people get that confused. A lot of people say, "Oh, this guy's is controlling me. He don't want me doing this and that." No, it's not that he tried to control you. It's because he felt the need to open up and tell you what his needs are. And see, so many women are hurt and have been abused by so many men that they don't see it when like a real man, like an actual good person that wears their heart on their sleeve, comes up and says, "Hey, you know what? This is my concerns." Instead, they take it as, "Oh, I'm being attacked right now. Let me run." And instead, you know, the guys that wear their heart on their sleeve, they're not trying to attack you. They're not trying to scare you away. They're not trying to make you run. They're just letting you know what they need and what their needs are to continue on and be the happiest person they can be for you. Like if what they wanted to change was with 10 other people, they'd tell 10 other people. They wouldn't come to you and take the time to tell you specifically.
Right. So like I think that it took me a long time to realize that too, and I don't even know that I fully accept. That's a whole other show. Never mind. We're not even gonna get into that part of it. This is like that throws into. We don't have time for me to get into that. But I will say this about it is, it's hard for me to believe that you actually care, and I feel like you just need to control, and that's why I don't date, because until I can get over that, and it starts before we're even going out. What are you doing? Where are you at? How are you? How's your day? I'm instantly like, what the
hell does that matter to you?
Be strong. I am instantly like, ah! And every guard goes up, and I don't know how to stop that.
Thanks. Oh my God, I feel so good.
I will be 43 next month, and I still don't know how to stop that.
No white hair no more. No white temples.
I know, I got rid of my grays too. No white hair. 10 years. I miss the grays. I'm not gonna lie. I like the salt and pepper look on a guy.
I know. I kind of miss it too. But then again, at the same day when I look,
it'll fade out. It'll fade out. It'll come back, and then you'll dye it again, just like I do.
I really didn't want to dye it this time. But I was just
whatever. It looks good. It does. It does.
We all have midlife crisis, folks. We all have midlife crisis. It depends on how far we take kids.
Look, I've been having a midlife crisis for like a decade at this point, so I don't even know. Oh, all right, Bob. Is there anything else you want to add to this before I just have you answer a few questions about you?
What do you mean? You want me to tell
about people? Like, is there anything else that you wanted to add to what we were, you know, all of this stuff we just finished blabbing about? Because we're about out of time. We gotta get Demi in.
And that's fine. You can pop me out. I'm fine with that. Okay. I said what I needed to say. Y'all, just so y'all know, Stoner Bob only said one bad word this time.
One time. I said one too, so we're even.
And I'm just gonna say, like, that took a lot of work, y'all. We're coming to be a better person. Always remember, if you listen to one thing Stoner Bob ever says, today is a chance to be better than the person you were yesterday, folks.
I agree. All right, Bob. When can we find you stream? Do you have any other events coming? I wasn't done with you yet. Get back in the box. You don't you just leave on me like that.
I mean, that was my infamous move. That was my exit stage left. I thought I was done.
No. When do we find you? Do you have any other events coming up? I still have like a minute, so you know.
Yes, actually, yes, y'all. If y'all don't have me faved, make sure you hit me with a fave, y'all. We actually took this past Tuesday off. But me and the rest of the SBG, we host a Taco Tuesday fave party every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. And it's very simple. It's very basic. Like, all you got to do is come in, you see somebody's name in the comments, you click their name, you click that fave, and you put their name in the comments, y'all. It don't cost you a dime, just a second of your time. Let's network. Let's get ourselves out here. Let's meet more people.
Nice. I like that. That's a good idea. It's fun.
I mean, who else to host a Taco Tuesday Fate Party than Stoner Bob?
All right, Bob. Now that you've answered those questions, I will let you go. Make sure you guys are favoriting each other in the comments too. Check
Wes, I lost my co-host.
If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily. This is Stoner Bob. And we kind of, we talked about a lot, but I think the intent was that helping people is rewarding, but my intent was we also must care for ourselves.
Most definitely, without a doubt. You always got to put yourself first. It's like I told everybody last time when I first started back on this account. You cannot expect people to follow you if you don't believe in yourself, folks. You can't expect people to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. I know what I'm here for now. I know my cause. I know why God's got me here. I know why God put me on this app, okay? And it's people like my SBG family that remind me of that daily, and that keeps me on top. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Bob. We'll see you soon. And if any of you guys from the SVG crew would like to be on the show next, hit me up on IG.
Just practice your cussing. Don't do like Bob.
Hey, compared to last time, that was phenomenal. So just a minor round of applause. It was. but like, and you gotta understand, like Bob and I have such like a natural conversation that like when he's in the box, it's hard for me to pretend like I'm on the featured show because we just, you know what I mean? So all right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and skip the self-care, self-love. I will tell you guys, make sure you're drinking your water. And if you're going outside, go find yourself a river and just stand in it. Or a little pond. Become one with nature. That's my goal for all of you, because I'm pretty sure this can't. No, it has to be flowing water. Is it Father's Day weekend? Sunday's Father's Day? Oh, God, lesson learned. Is it really? Okay, I got the Papa things from my daughter, but I have nothing for me. Gosh darn it. What do dads want nowadays? Like, for those of you who, you know, are dads, like, what would you want? Like, as a dad that's got all grown kids. From your daughter. What would you want from your daughter? Jesus. Y'all want that from your daughter? A Dutch Viper. What do you want from your daughter on Father's Day? Oh my God. You guys are bad. Like, you know, I'm tired of getting him normal gifts, and I usually just get him a Home Depot gift card, but I'm tired of doing that. Oh, God, I'm going to have to think. But, all right, Demi, you ready? I'm going to let you in that box. Here we go. Hi.
Y'all heard that, right? She said, I'm going to let you in that box. So, do I at least get in first?
The guest box. Y'all, I'm done today.
You are? At least I thought you was pretty enough that I was willing to accept. I can't. All right, so, Demi, because we're already only down to 20 minutes, and I try to give you at least the 20 minutes, what is it that we're going to be talking about today? Well,
I got the best lessons of all learned, and Bob kind of stumped on it a little bit already, and it has to do with love. And something that y'all pinned out about. Now, granted, I think you're completely wrong. Love at first sight is very much real, but very rare.
Okay.
I have the wife to prove it. I have the wife to prove it.
Aww.
All right. And I fell in love with her ceiling fan, not her.
That's why, right? Maybe because I've not found my person. I don't know. That's why
That's why. When you find your person, you will know. Or you won't know, and you just have to let them tell you.
But I didn't.
Yes. I met my wife in 2019 in May, and I popped into her stream accidentally, made a comment about hiding in there because everybody kept kicking me out, and I ended up flirting with her ceiling fan, and like a few days later, she popped up her face, and like not even a month later, girl pulled her tatas out in the box, and I got off my stream to find out why Lil Panda got mad. When I came back, I won't single no more. And I ain't been single since.
Aww.
But that also leads right into what I wanted to talk about. And that is, make sure, here's my lessons learned. I got 3 baby mamas, and I got 3 and an ex-wife, okay? Because sex is not love, okay?
Yes.
And that's the lesson that a lot of us need to learn in this life, and it took me till I was 25 to figure out. And then I still screwed around and made the same mistake. That's why I have an ex-wife.
If they love you, they will wait.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm going to go with, I do believe in love at first sight, but if you with a girl and you've been together for a week and you ain't feeling it in your mind, and all of a sudden she's telling you I love you, you should probably keep your pants on. But you end up like me. I don't regret my kids, but I regret my baby mamas, every one of them. The best choice I made had to do with something that got covered here a little while ago. Don't chase it. Let it chase you. The best choice I made in life, and the best lesson I ever learned when it comes to love, is sometimes, especially if you're a guy, you always chasing the ones that's gonna burn you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when you stand back and let them chase you. This is my experience. You'll find the one that'll keep you up. Like when I first met Panda, I ain't gonna lie, I was a hoe. I was chasing everything. All right. And I wasn't trying to keep just one. I wanted them all.
Right.
All of them. It wasn't a good way to be, but I don't regret it.
See, I don't chase. I run and block. And you come to me, I run. I don't know how, like I said before, I don't know how to undo that part of me. I don't know how to believe what you say. I don't know. Which is why I think that I'll be single forever.
I was very good right now. You just don't know. We'll just say, I know what Bob's talking about.
I think
they said, I thought she said we had to be nice, y'all. Don't be mean to me.
I think that a lot of people, they settle, right? Like a lot of people settle,
what it is, I see where you're coming from that, but what it is not a lot of people settle, which they do, but it's the reason that they do it. Most people that settle only do it because they feel like they can't find someone else to love them. Because love is very important and very dangerous at the same time.
Which is why you shouldn't settle. And that's what I did. I guess I've been single for over 14 years now. Like I dated a couple times, but nothing got serious. I still don't know if I can or will actually ever be able to get into another relationship. I don't know.
When the time's right, it'll happen. I made that mistake. I'm guilty of settling. That's why I have an ex-wife.
And I think that the one thing that I've learned is a lot of people, or they it's too much too fast, right? Like I don't know. I think for me, I want to be your friend. I want to get to know you, and I want to make sure that we vibe. And when it goes past that initial friendship, I'm already running. I'm already out. I'm already like, I can't do this. It's too hard. I'm scared. So someone, like, I know the person that ends up with me is going to have to be an extremely patient person and consistent, extremely consistent.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you. My history was I would always, like, I'm attracted to strong women, all right? Strong, independent type women, but they are not the type of women that need to be in my life because I'm a very dominant person. All right, like, I'm very nice, very friendly and loving, but Lil Pandy there tell you, I don't know how to be submissive. And the whole time she's known me, the only thing submissive I've ever done was when she told me that I was hers, and I said, okay. In 5 years together, that's the only submissive thing I've done. But if she wasn't submissive, it would have never worked out. Don't get me wrong now. She be cussing me out, calling me an asshole. There's my one. And and I own it because it's true. When I met her, I told her that's what I was. But it's because I care too much. Like, me and Bob are a lot alike, but I think he's a little stronger than I am. But he's actually, since I've met him, and granted, I've known him longer than I realized it, but since I've met him, he's actually helped me realize I'm stronger than I thought I was. And I know I'm strong, but I didn't think I was quite as strong as these guys are making me feel. That's why I'm glad to be part of SBG. They all about making sure we realize our full potential over there.
Yeah. Well, and they like everyone's got everyone over there. I like going over there. I like going to
visit you guys too.
People, you know. It's a good group. It's a good group of people.
Yeah, I just hope that when Bob drives by my place today, he drops off that jersey. I want to meet me jersey. I used to have my own Meet Me banner that I made back in the day that I've actually got packaged to mail out to somebody, but I told them I wouldn't send it to them unless they paid the shipping and handling. I never got that money.
I don't believe shit's ridiculous depending on where you're sending stuff nowadays. It's ridiculous.
I know this is off topic, but do you remember me from before before you got your badge originally? And are you going to get it back?
It all depends on if I can, like, my grandma broke her hip and got really, really sick. So it was taking care of her or upkeeping that. And obviously I'm going to pick my grandma. Like, I love you guys. I'm still here when I can be. Grandma, and she still needs me. Like, I still don't know that I can put in the time, because if grandma has a good week, I can stream. But if she's having a bad week and she doesn't feel good, I have to be ready to go at any time. And it's not fair to her to have her in the background if she doesn't feel, you know what I mean? So. Oh
yeah. Look, I understand completely. Like, right after, like 2 months after I took my top badge training course, right? Because I've already taken the course. Like, I'm a legitimate top badge candidate, right? But right after that, a big custody battle with my youngest son started. So I took a little over a year off, and, well, the recovery is terrible.
Yeah, you know, I mean, to me, it sucks, but it's not, like I've told everybody, it's not going to stop me from streaming. It's not going to stop me from doing the things I've always done. It's never identified me or made me anything different, and I didn't change when I got it. You know what I mean? So
that's good, though.
My grandmother is, I'm sorry, but it's more important than anything else right now. She's 93, 94. And
hey, she's still kicking at that age, though. She doing it.
Yeah, and to be able, but the thing is to be able to be there for her the way she was for me. I needed her growing up. I got pregnant with my son at 18, had him at 19, and she was my rock, right? Grandma was my rock. And I've kind of just been off the wall since, you know, all over the place. So this is my giving back for all that she's done for me, you know, and I can't imagine it any other way.
My mom, she's getting close to the point where she's going to be at that point. And she's been saying for years that she was worried that none of her kids will be there to take care of her, right? She found out after Mess Guy Stupid, and I left the house because I used to live with my mom because I stayed there to help take care of her, make sure she didn't run out of money by helping pay the bills and all that. And something happened with my nephews. See, my nephews may as well be my sons, even though I didn't make them. But I decided to kick one out. My sister, whose house we actually lived in, she decided to come all the way back from Canada just to make me and my family leave to apologize 2 weeks later. I'll never regret it. I'll kick him out again too. He needs it. To this day, he needs to be on the street so he can learn to treat his family better. And I hate to say that, but it just has to be that way sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, I can agree. Not for all some, you know, but there is some situations where a kid is stubborn. I know one, and they want to learn everything the hard way. And
he's a wannabe gangbanger. What he is.
Well, my thing was the younger sibling was much younger, and you know, at this point you're an adult, so if you want to not be respectful to me and you want to do things that put younger siblings and other family members in trouble, go do that on your own terms. Go get a job, go pay your own bills, you do your own house. You're not bringing that stuff to my house. So I had no choice because my daughter was like 8, you know, my son was 18. I don't know what you want me to tell you, bud.
You don't look that old.
Yeah, I'll be 43 next month.
Oh damn, I'm 40. My daughter's 18. I got a 14-year-old son and a 7-year-old son. Bob knows my 7-year-old.
Yeah.
And he's known him since he was 2 years old. Oh. And that favorite wife he was talking about, he's full of it because that's that little boy's mama. And she'll never see that child again in her life.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
We don't want to get into why, but just know it's bad.
Right. Yeah, no, we don't have to get into that on here.
Bad enough that I had to quit streaming for a little while to get situated. So, I did too. I'm sorry.
Bob, stop instigating.
Bob, you're supposed to be being nice to me. We're brothers, bro.
This is no bullying, and I think you're on the borderline of bullying.
He's just poking fun. But you're right. But he don't mean no harm.
I know he doesn't, but I'm still going to call him out a little bit.
So what I found out about that the other day, it was a whole big deal kind of because it was unbelievable because he knows my adopted brother, which is also my son's godfather. He knows my ex-wife. He knows my son. I've never met Bob. Never met him before. Like I might get to meet him today if he has time to stop on the way to do what he's doing. I look 25 or her? I want to look 25 too, Heather.
I've been using some new face creams and stuff, and it's not getting rid of wrinkles, but it makes my skin look nicer. But I don't know.
Look, I heard something else that supposedly gets rid of wrinkles, but I can't say it.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I'm not trying, so I'll stick with my face creams.
I mean, I'll give you a tube of it, and you can tell me.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
That'd be an interesting story. She's wearing a demi mask, y'all.
Like your wife, I tell her let her try it, but
Hey, misunderstood. Your papa's the one that taught me about that skin cream. He's a genius.
Papa. Oh my God.
No, but it was actually my grandpa that told me that. So he told me if your girlfriend's ever having problems with wrinkles, this is what I do to your grandma. I left the room, but you understand what the rest of the story was.
So if you could go back and tell your 18-year-old self anything, what would it be? We're changing the topic.
All right, that's easy. That's easy. Wear a rubber.
How about be careful
and get married first?
Interactions. Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would go if I could go back to 18. I'd tell myself to wear a rubber.
That way, practice safety, and it is okay for many reasons, but also just or wait till you find the person you're supposed to be with. But I
could also probably go back and tell myself not to drink because all my kids was made with a bottle of Jack Daniels. All of them. Oh, the wife said that's probably the problem, but I can't drink no more. The wife said that's probably the problem, but if I drink now, I get gout. It hurts.
I'm pretty sure that's not how they are made.
Listen, you know how many people out here been made by drunk parents? Come on now. There's plenty of them made that way. They're just not supposed to be. Right? Me too. Major history. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to be talking to y'all.
When do you stream, and are you on any other shows or have any other events coming up?
I'm actually gonna be on Kitty Commander's Meowing Me for my second appearance on Monday. And normally sometime around after 8 p.m. I gotta make sure my kids are asleep because my little one will definitely screen bomb me. He tries to every day.
Kids are fun. They're a lot of work and they're loud. Kids are so
I love it.
So loud.
I love it. When I was a kid, I was the weirdo in school when everybody else said, I want to be the police. I want to be the fireman. I said, I just want to be a daddy.
Aw.
So my dreams came true in life.
That's nice.
And I got the smartest kid in my county too. So
There you go. Yeah, mine's pretty smart. I got lucky with the younger one. The older one, not so much.
both of mine are smart, but both of them were really bad in elementary school. Like the little one is constantly on the edge of getting expelled. Once he gets a little older and calms down, he's going to be on genius level just like his brother.
I think they get bored. That's why they get rowdy.
That's that one plus the issues that ended up with me having sole custody.
Right.
There's some things that happen.
Right. Right. Yeah, kids, it really is how you raise them most of the time. But sometimes there's just a bad egg in the basket, and you can't help it.
Yeah. I know with my oldest one, what I had to do with him was when his mom sent me him because she couldn't handle his behavior, they had something called a 504 plan that basically I called it babysitting papers. It allowed him basically to do whatever he wanted to versus doing what he had to do. I threw that mess away. I threw it away. Made him put him straight into regular classes.
Yeah. All right, Demi. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I will let you go. I appreciate you. And make sure you guys are favoriting him if you guys have not done so already. Jay, are you almost ready for the outro? Are you still here? No, thank you, guys. You answered all my questions. You did. I can say it in 2 minutes. I can say it in 2 minutes. I can't say it now. So, I think Jay left. He's supposed to do my outro. He probably did fall asleep. It's early for him, to be fair. To be fair. Emoji Jay! Hold on, Bob. Give me just a second. I'll get you in it. Right at 11. Give me 1 minute. All right, guys. So I don't know where Jay went. He normally does my outro. You're calling in. There you go. That's okay. You don't have to. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to have to change my picture. If you guys missed it, you just missed Lessons Learned. We meet here every Friday from 10 to 11, and we kind of learned a lot about self-love, self-care. Don't chase love, kind of just let it happen. When it's meant to be, it will be. We all have our time, right? We all have our time. So make sure you guys are hitting my top 3. That there, we have Sunshine and Whiskey. Woo! Thank you! You still here, Sunshine? Because you get to name a plant as the #1 gifter of the stream. So we'll do that first. You'll get to name one of the plants.
I'm naming my plants, so you'll get to pick a name. I know it's silly, but my daughter is like, we have to name them. So I thought, well, I can't come up with names for all of them, so I'll let you guys name them. Wait, guys. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. Hold on. So I'll look. Okay, I have a little bit of a plant problem. Okay. Are you guys ready? Because y'all are gonna be like, what the hell? We do have to take my dog out too. All right, so hold on. Here we go. Oh, hold on. my old ass sits for too long. I can't move. Okay. So, and ignore the mess because we're in the middle of still trying to get this stuff clean. So